What's cracking, guys? Bruce Mattson here, your host show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and I just want to talk about Justyn Ross real quick. As we all know, he fell out of the draft. He was a UDFA, and he didn't even sign Saturday night when all the other UDFAs were signing with their teams. He signed today with the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a nice landing spot, of course, but everyone here, a lot of people who watch the show even, had him as a big-time prospect. They were looking forward to drafting him in rookie drafts. We were just seeing where the NFL was going to evaluate him. There was a chance he could have got day 2 draft capital, day 3. We just didn't know. We were just seeing how the NFL would value him, considering that major red flag in the medical history. They told us what they wanted, they told us what they saw in him, and they said, hey, this guy's a risk. We're not putting our stamp of approval on him. Not even in the 5th, 6th, or 7th round. They let him go. They let him slide into UDFA arena, and they didn't even sign him Saturday night. It took until today, and now he's on the Kansas City Chiefs. So that tells us that he's a major red flag. What are we doing with him in Dynasty? Obviously, we're not paying premium draft capital on him anymore. It was a speculation going into the draft. We were just waiting to see what the NFL thought. They let us know. Now it's time to react. There's a dip, and it's a major dip. It's probably like a well that with a black hole in it, but it's there. If you want to buy him, I don't even consider it buying. You just pick him up off waivers or spend a late 5th round pick on him. Whatever it is, once that player pool is dry, if there's players that you don't like anymore, but you like Justyn Ross, you just want to see what happens, you want to dip your toe in the water, go ahead. There just comes a point where you can do it. Usually, it's off the waiver wire once your draft's done, or one of your last picks of the draft in the 5th round, 6th round, 4th round, somewhere around there, where you just hate everybody else on the board and you say, why not? I understand with that from a value standpoint. I'm going to root for him no matter what. I love a comeback story. I'm going to root for a guy coming back from a major injury that fell in the draft that could regain steam, have a resurgence. More than likely not. The odds are stacked against him now, but we can always root for him, be fans. That's cool. But for Dynasty Fantasy Football right now, his value has been depleted. It's going to take a lot for him to come back. However, he did sign in a good situation. The Kansas City Chiefs. This depth chart's a little bit open. They did draft Sky Moore. Decent draft capital there. Juju's there. But we are transitioning since Tyreek Hill left. If we can go back to the talent level from a few years ago before the injury, then we could have a player on our hands. I'm not betting on that. No one's betting on it. They're just picking it up for free to see what happens. But if that happens, we might have a player that we can put on our rosters. Right now, he's just a speculation play that we can get off waivers just to see what happens, just to root for. One of those UDFAs that we like, that has something in their profile that looks good, but we all know what happens with UDFAs. There's only like one every few years that does something, so you just gotta keep that in mind. Like I said, pre-draft, I'm either paying up or buying the dips. There's no dips anymore. You can pick him up for free. He's a free sample right now, which is fine. I'll take some of those free samples at the grocery store and see what happens. I'm not paying for him, but if I can get him for free, if I can get him for a cheap draft pick, he can be on my Dynasty rosters, and I can just see what happens. If I don't have space for him, or if there are actual tangible rookies left on the board, then obviously I'm going to have to let him sit for a bit. But in those leagues, I'm still monitoring just to see if he can move up the depth chart. Sad to see a rookie like this fall from grace, especially how good he was looking early in his career. But things happen. That's the NFL, that's life, and really, we can just be fans, watch them, hope for the best. I still like you, Justyn Ross, and I'm sad to see you drop this far in the draft. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. Are you picking them up? Are you buying them? Or are you just letting them be and you're just taking at one of those scab running backs and hope you hit on them or something else? Let me know in the comments. Smash that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. I got more rookie draft content coming at you. I got a big video coming out here in the next day or so. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.